This conference will now be recorded.
All right, well, we want to just welcome everybody today to our webinar. We've got Dorie here who's going to be helping teach us about stress management. Looks like we're starting to get some people arriving. Just welcome everybody here. We've started recording the meeting, so if you do get in here a little bit late, you'll be able to rewatch it later. But Dorie's going to go through some tips and tricks to try and help us to deal with stress during these challenging times. So we'll go ahead and get started so that we can get going with the meeting. So go ahead and take it away, Dorie.
Thank you and good morning. My name is Dorie Olds. I've had my own business since 1998 in several different forms. I'm a board certified consulting hypnotist. I am a lymphatic massage therapist, and I also do some energy work, energy healing. And I officially started my current business, the School of Creation, last April. So it is a COVID baby. I did get to go through all those experiences of like, oh, this is different than what I had planned. And I do hypnosis, energy work, and the lymphatic massage for stress relief, personal development, and spiritual evolution. And I sometimes get asked if I understand how stress is, if I've felt stress, had it in my life, how it feels. And my answer is yes. Go watch the Netflix documentary, Murder Among the Mormons, and you'll see for yourself, yes, I understand stress. I know what it feels like. Know what it feels like to be numb or to be confused or to not know what day it is, all of those things. And so I do have experience in these areas, and I have moved through the past, and I am now in a different place, and I'm now able to help other people move into that, from stress into peace also. And today I am talking about moving from stress to peace in challenging times. And so the question is, what is stress? The traditional definition of stress, per the Oxford American Dictionary, defines stress as a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. And there is eustress and there is distress. And eustress is a positive stress when you are causing a certain amount of intensity or attention in your life beyond purpose. Eustress motivates, it focuses your energy, is short term, is perceived as within our coping abilities, feels exciting, improves performance. And riding a roller coaster, watching a scary movie, participating in a contest, participating in extreme sport, learning a new hobby are examples of eustress. And having a baby, getting married, taking a vacation, getting a new job, going to school can be eustress, or it can be distress, or a combination of both, depending on what's happening or what your perception is. Distress is a negative stress. When you're in a reaction to a person, place, thing, time, or event, it can cause anxiety. It can be short or long term. It's perceived as being outside of our coping abilities, and that's part of one of the reasons why it feels like distress, is because we feel out of control. Feels unpleasant. It decreases our performance. Can lead to mental or physical problems. Death of a spouse or a loved one, filing for divorce, hospitalization, injury or illness, public speaking, worrying about the future, lack of training to do a task, being asked to do something where you don't have all that you need, and not having what you need, either physically with your physical needs or other needs, and feeling out of control. And when we have distress in our life, we may experience release of different neurochemistry and hormones such as cortisol, which can be supportive to the body in the moment of a fight or flight response, or over long term can create health challenges to the body. And some of the symptoms of distress are, or can be, for the body, can be headaches, tight muscles, tired, no energy, upset stomach, high blood pressure. Some of the symptoms for the mind can be forgetfulness, unable to make decisions, feeling confused, loss of time, not knowing what to do next in your life or in the moment. And some of the symptoms for the spirit can be loss of hope, easily angered, feelings of powerlessness, feeling alone and disconnected. And this can go all the way from loss of hope into that feelings of suicidal feelings where there's just really no point in your life. So these are some of the things that you can do to these are some of the things you can experience when you're in the stress for the body, mind, and spirit. And there are actions that you can take to build up your resilience. You can get out into nature. Walking 20 minutes a day outside has been shown to do lots of things for ourselves that really build our resilience, create that feeling of happy, feeling of motivation in our life, getting enough sunshine, taking care of our body by eating the right kinds of foods in the right amount, in the right timing, getting enough quality sleep, and doing those things that are needful for us to have that good quality of sleep, and drinking enough water, and using intentional breath are all ways that can help us to relax and build resilience. And I'm not covering these right now. If we have time, I'll cover more of these at the end if we have time, what some of those specific things are. But these are things you can look up on the internet. You can find out for yourself. There are some things like the alternate nostril breathing or box breathing where they can really help you to focus on the breath and help you to feel relaxed. What my experience has been that what creates the most resilience and the most good in our life is paying attention to our thoughts. And over the years of doing hypnosis, I've developed a different definition of stress. And my definition is that stress is a reaction to a circumstance or trigger which we have put a meaning to, either consciously or unconsciously. If there's no meaning, there's no reaction, there's no long-term stress. And some of the meanings may be with what we talked about earlier. It's like I have no control in my life. That is a meaning that we put to something. And when you have that thought, that can create a lot of stress in our life and in our body and in our life. So every thought we have creates a feeling, which in turn either creates a response or a reaction. When we find ourselves in reaction, we can ask ourselves the question, what must I be believing to have had that reaction? And each thought we have is either energy add or energy drain. So each of us are connected to a higher power, an infinite intelligence, however you define that for you. We each have a soul. We each have a spirit that inhabits this vehicle that we have for this journey that we call a body. If you take the time to look sincerely at your life, you will find moments in your life where you have been supported by that higher source. None of us are alone. We have helpers in our lives, whether we call them angels, whether we call them guides, elementals, however we define that for ourselves. None of us are on our own. We all have helpers. And we can, as we pay attention, we can find those places in our life where we know that we were helped, that we are never alone. And I love it when movies teach truth. In the Harry Potter movie, the first book, Hagrid asks Harry, haven't you noticed things sometimes happen around you without you knowing how they happened? And that is a really good question. And how many times have you experienced something that you couldn't be explained, that you or someone else called a miracle? And each one of us, we can use the metaphor for the movie and say we're all wizards, but we're actually more than wizards. We are that divine essence. We are that infinite intelligence. We have that spark of God, however you want to create that, we have that connection and we have that ability within us. And that we can walk in miracles. We can have a life where we have more of those things happening for our good than away from our good. As we pay attention, as we ask for assistance, as we see what is needed, the more we pay attention, the more we have what we want, what we need in our life. So the soul and our spirit resonates at a higher frequency and lets us know by feelings of energy add or energy drain what is true or not with our thoughts, words, and actions. So what are some energy drain thoughts? I am not enough. I don't matter. There is no point to my life. I have no control. Nothing works out for me. And as you repeat these out loud, I'm going to ask Josie, since you're here, did you notice, are those energy drain thoughts, don't they feel good when you say those? You can feel this energy. It's like your energy's going down to your feet. You can feel this feeling of energy drain. Like, well, that just isn't really feeling very good. But if you are believing those things and you're insisting that they're true, you're going to keep repeating them. You're going to actually continue being in that energy drain. And notice that there is no uplift. You're just kind of, wow, they're just all the energy just changed in the room when we're saying those statements. So what are some energy add statements? I have always been good enough. Even though this happened, I love and accept myself. Even though this happened, I matter. My life matters. I make a difference. I'm making a difference. You can put it in past tense or present. I always have everything I need. I love that one. As I say that to myself every day, I always have everything I need. I find that what I need is appearing in my life, whether it's a thought of something I was trying to figure out, or whether I find my glasses, which I put down somewhere. I always have everything I need. Even though this is happening, everything always works out for me. That one is another one. I love that statement. Everything always works out for me. That is a very good energy add statement. Everything always works out for my family. Everything always works out for humanity. Can you feel the difference? I'm going to ask you, Cynthia. Can you feel the difference? It's like, whew,
Yeah, no,
you can feel that uplift, like, whoo,
more
like
of an
wind
uplifting
beneath
thought.
wind beneath our wings. We can feel the difference with those thoughts. Everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for my family. Everything always works out for humanity. So when you're looking at this challenging time right now with money issues, with people with their things have changed with their job, with work, with home, with a pandemic circling the earth, everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for my family. Everything always works out for humanity. You start seeing that in a little different way. Okay, how can I have, there's solutions here. What can happen here? How can we work with this? You feel the positive, you feel yourself getting ideas, you feel yourself in that creation process, which is why I call my business School of Creation. My assertion is that energy drained thoughts are energy draining because our soul, our spirit is telling us they're not the truth. There is an energy drain for a reason. This must not be true. And even if the energy add statements do not make sense to our analytical mind, they are true. They must be true. So again, when we tell ourselves, everything always works out for me, even though this is happening, everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for my family. Everything always works out for humanity. And you just stay in that thought, you will find yourself having ideas, having things come to your mind to help in the moment of what can make whatever situation needs to be different. And when there are intense moments in our life, in your life, you are in reaction. Negative energy drain thinking or response positive energy add thinking. So that's when you have a thought creates a feeling, that feeling creates either a response or reaction. A response, you are in control. You're looking at ways to solve a problem. You're saying, this is interesting. This is happening. Reaction, the reaction has you. The emotion is running you. And in that moment, you're releasing the negative hormones, the negative neurochemistry, the negative energies that are affecting your life, that taking that your health, your life force, your body down into dis-ease, out of ease, dis-ease into disease. When you have the opposite, you're taking yourself into creation. You're taking yourself into, how can I make things better? How can I change this? And you have ideas and you're feeling good and you're excited about creating or putting ideas in of what can be different and how can we make this, change this problem into a solution. And so a good question to ask yourself is, am I more often in energy drain thinking or am I more often in energy add thinking? How many energy drain thoughts do you have every day? And are they habits? Are they automatic? Are you increasing the stress in your life by supporting these energy drain thoughts? Remember that thought creates a feeling, which creates an energy add response or an energy drain reaction. And habits are something that can be broken as well as created. So what are your habit thoughts? Now, if I was in a class, I'd be stopping right here and asking people to tell me, and I don't have that right now. So this is you're going to have to write these things down. You're going to have to do this on your own. And maybe as you go through this as on the replay, you can actually stop this and ask those questions and do some homework for yourself. I always give homework, whatever I'm doing. If I do a session, even in massages, I give homework. So this is something this is you being with you. What are your habit thoughts? And are they energy add or energy drain? You are the chooser. You have the power to turn your stress-inducing thoughts into peace-inducing thoughts. Moving from stress to peace by changing the story you're telling yourself is what I'm talking about. It is that simple. As you change the story you're telling yourself, You are moving from stress to peace. And you can feel that. I'm out of control. There's nothing I can do. We're doomed. Life is over. Everything's ruined. Energy drain. Or, oh, this is interesting. Everything always works out for me. We'll see how this is going to work out. We'll see what can happen here. Oh, I'm having a thought come in because I'm relaxed and I'm allowing those thoughts to come in. I know that this is what I need to do here. This is what I need to do here to change the situation that I'm in. And I can feel calm. I can feel peaceful. I can feel relaxed. It is that simple. Not always easy, yet it is that simple. Changing the story you're telling yourself moves you from stress to peace. That is really that's this very simple answer to have. But 16 minutes we're in, and already we have the answer to the question about how to do that. So one of the ways to change your thinking is to change your story through gratitude. So saying to yourself, I am so grateful and happy now. And I can feel that uplift, even just saying that right now. I am so grateful and happy now. I'm so grateful and happy now that I have a washer and dryer to do laundry. I don't have to go do the laundry in the river and hang it on the rocks. I am so grateful and happy for the people in my life. I'm so grateful and happy that I have plumbing, that I have hot water, that I have a frying pan to cook my food on, that my food's in a refrigerator. There's all kinds of things. I am so grateful and happy that for all of my life experience. For that I have shoelaces that keep my shoes on. There are little things and there are big things that you can be thankful for. I am so grateful and happy now. And you put that, now that I have realized, now that, and you start saying that every day, that is changing your story. You change your story through gratitude. I am so grateful. I love my life. I love my work. I love what I do. Those are some really great things to be grateful for. If you realize now, or if that realization comes to you that you don't love your life, you don't love your work, you can be with yourself and you can ask yourself the questions. What do I need to do? What is it I don't like? What is it I really want to be doing? You can use this process to create that life, to create what you want, to move from what you're doing now and put a plan together and to create the life that you want. And if that means changing where you live or changing your job or changing who you're living with, there's all kinds of choices, all kinds of things we can do. But you are the chooser. You are the one that is the only one that can do this for you. You're the only one that can do this for you. And those that are assisting us, the angels, the guides, the elementals, whatever you want to call them, they can give us ideas, but they cannot do it for us. We have to be the one to do this. And we can accept or we can reject. And that choice is really important. That's the most important thing in this world, is that free will, being able to have the choice to make the experience. And sometimes we make choices and we realize, oops, that wasn't really the choice. That wasn't a good choice for me. But in the making of that choice, you had that realization. That was something you learned. So the learning is the process. And sometimes we need to allow ourselves to make mistakes or allow ourselves to have experiences. And other times we say, well, I don't necessarily want to go through that, so how can I have it without that? And sometimes we can do that too. So this is where, what do I want? What am I willing to have to get it? Where am I right now in my life? These are the things that we each need to be asking ourselves. And is where I'm at right now creating more stress? Is it creating less stress? How happy am I? Is this really working for me? And sometimes we go through times like when you're a new mom where you're really happy, you're glad you have your baby, but you're tired and you've got things with taking care of a baby and maybe taking care of other kids. You're in that moment of tired and getting through it. But there's another side of it. You'll get through on the other side and you are happy, but yet you need to support yourself through that process. And even though there's stress there, even though and maybe you stress or distress, you support yourself through that, knowing that the overall things that are happening to you are good. And you have a temporary time when you're having maybe that feeling that tired or having no energy or having that baby that isn't sleeping through the night. So those are some things that even if they're stressed, it may mean it's still a good thing. It's just for this time, if you're going to school, if there's exams, if there's certain times in our life where we have more intensities of things going on, and that is a good thing. And we just support ourselves through that, knowing that, yes, we are happy, even though in the moment there are these intensities that are going on, then we just support ourselves with some of the things I mentioned earlier. But So when we look at this, I am so grateful and happy now. Do I love my life? Do I love my work? Am I happy with who I am? What areas do I want to be changing? These are things that take a little time. It isn't something to do in a 5-minute answer. And so that's why it'd be good to either write these questions down or come back to the replay and pause it and write things down and take some time to be with yourself so that you really can create the life that is good, that is right for you, and adjust those areas that are to have it be more in alignment of what is in alignment with your soul and with your spirit. And through this process, you can become aware of what's not working. You can become aware of what you've been afraid of, and maybe look at that and think, well, maybe it was something that really wasn't true and no need to be afraid, or maybe there's some things that need to be changed in your life. I am so grateful and happy now. I am so grateful and happy now. Notice how good that feels. I am so happy and grateful now. And sometimes when I've been grumpy or in energy drained feelings, and people sometimes assume because I do this that I never have that. That is not the truth. When I'm grumpy or in energy drained feelings or feeling myself in reaction, I have to say over and over again, I am so grateful and happy now. And I keep saying it and I say it and I say it throughout, however, if it's 20 minutes or if it's an hour, until I can connect again with that feeling of gratitude. When I'm in that feeling of gratitude, I know that I am able to hear what's being given to me from those that are assisting me. I know that I'm in alignment with my true self. When I'm in gratitude, I feel that alignment. I'm making accurate choices. I'm doing things that are right for me when I am in that feeling of gratitude. I feel resilient. I feel up to handling the circumstances which are surrounding my life, which happens to everyone. I'm able to think clearly. I'm able to find solutions for the challenging areas in my life. And I'm able to ask clearly for assistance from that higher source, which is always given, not always what I want, not always the way I want, but it's always given. And when I'm in that gratitude, I can hear. And when I'm not in that gratitude, when I'm in the grumpies or crankies or feeling that stress, I can't hear. It's blocked, and I can't hear, and I can't have the answers. And this is where that is really important to me. That's something I really value. I am so grateful and happy now that I realize I have my own connection. I am, God is, and I have my own connection. I'm a part of that source, and I can have anything that's going on in my life, I can have an answer to. That to me is so amazing and so awesome. And I set my intention every day to walk in miracles. What are the miracles I can have today? What is it? What are the things that can happen today in my life? What are the possibilities that can have this day be the best day it can be for me? And I love that place. And if I am out of that, I have to do what I need to do to get back in. When I notice, oops, I am not in alignment with this. I am not able to make really good decisions. I'm not able to be resilient in this moment. And it's all of these feelings are affecting me and affecting my body in a negative energy drain way. And if we're in a constant grumpiness or constant, we actually get into that disease state, which I mentioned earlier. Our bodies actually go into that disease state. And so being in that being in that, the true creation, creating our life each and every day, creating their life through being in gratitude, being able to listen in the moment, because that's where creation happens, in the now. Being able to listen in the moment helps us to create our life and have that best life, have our best day we've ever had, have that best day every day, the best day we can have. Then we're having our best week, our best month, our best year. We're actually having our best life when we're able to align with this area, able to be in that gratitude. And as we tell ourselves the truth through those energy add statements, we find ourselves moving more and more from stress into peace, into tranquility, into relaxation, into enjoyment of life, enjoyment with our families. And sometimes when I've been doing this for myself, and I have an energy add statement, I can feel it's the truth, but part of me is like, I can't believe that. I'm not believing that's true. I'm not believing I'm enough. I'm not believing that I have the power to change my life. I'm not believing. I have to just say it over and over and just say, okay, I'm acting as if I'm believing this. I'm acting, just keep it, bring it into our mind, bring it into our life, until we finally go, yep, you know what? I'm accepting that thought. I do believe that is true. So we're changing our beliefs about ourselves. We're changing our beliefs, and then those beliefs go into knowingness, where we really know who we are. We know what is the truth about us. And it's not a belief, but it's a knowing. And when you change, this is Wayne Dyer, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And when you're changing your story and you're changing how you look at things, this thing is happening, this is terrible, life is over, we're not going to get through this, oh, everything's bad, to, oh, everything always works out for me. I have my own connection. I'm included with God, I'm included with love, I'm included with life, I have my own connections. I can hear what's being given to me in the moment. I can assimilate, incorporate what's being given to help my life be better. You have stress falls away, you have peace in action. So here you have the secret to moving from stress to peace, and it's simply your perception. It's simply how you look at things. It's simply changing your story. And I do have a tagline for my business, which is, if you want to change your story, call Dorie. So that's where, if you want to have a different experience, if you're finding yourself having difficulty, I'm very happy to help you. If you want to just have a conversation on the phone or on an email, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to help you in any way, helping you have the best life you can have, helping you move through those areas that are getting in your way, helping you change your story from stress into peace. Now, I have a closed eye experiential. If at this moment you're not able to go deep into this experience, I'll just listen to it, and then after, you can come back to the replay when you have that ability to just let yourself relax, either on a chair or on a bed, to simply relax. You can come back to this anytime that you choose. You can come back and have this experience again. So I'm going to go ahead and do this experiential, and then you can see where you can participate in this moment with what is going on right now. So what you're going to do, first of all, is get yourself comfortable, either sitting up, or if you want to go lay on a recliner, or if you want to lay on the floor or on a bed, get yourself comfortable. You're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to release. You take another deep breath in, and then you release. And just think about relaxing every muscle in your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Just think about relaxing, and notice that thought. Your body's already following that thought. As you have that thought, your body's already following the thought. Thoughts make a difference. And just allow yourself to go into that peaceful state of relaxation. Using your imagination, I want to imagine that you're in a hallway. You're in a hallway, and there are all kinds of doors in this hallway. You know the exact right door for you. So you walk over to that door, put your hand on the doorknob, you turn the knob, and you push the door in, and you cross that threshold into that space. And as you're into the space, you may find yourself in a building, you may find yourself in a room where you've been before or where you've never been before. Or you may find yourself by an ocean or in the mountain or by a stream or on a farm or maybe even off planet. Wherever it is that you find yourself, this is the most peaceful place in the world for you. This is the most peaceful place in the world for you. And you feel that sense of peace. You feel yourself relaxing. You feel yourself letting go, just going more and more relaxed. You are alone. There is no one to disturb you. You feel that sense of peace within you. You feel that sense of quiet. You feel good. You feel that sense of wellness. This is the most peaceful place in the world for you. And you just allow yourself to be in this peaceful place. And as you're in this peaceful place, you are finding that you are getting more of that resilience, that any stress or tension that may surround your life simply bounces off and away from you. It simply bounces off and away from you. So as you go, after you complete this session, after you go around your daily activities, your daily routine, you'll find that you are more resilient. You find that any stress or tension simply bounces off and away from you, that you feel good. You feel good about yourself. You feel good about your life. You find yourself having success in all areas of your life. You find yourself feeling happy. You find yourself being more clear of what is needed for you to create the life that you want to create. You feel good about yourself. You feel good about your life. You find yourself feeling so peaceful, so calm, and so relaxed. You feel good about yourself. You feel good about your life. This is the most peaceful place in the world for you. And you find yourself simply able to just relax. Just be here. Just breathing in and out, feeling good, feeling at peace. And when in a few moments, when you get back to your ordinary life, you find that any stress or tension just bounces off and away from you. You find yourself more resilient, more able to handle what is happening in your life. You find yourself feeling good about yourself, feeling good about your life, being aware of what areas are needed in your life to be different, how to respond differently to where areas in your life that are needing to be the way they are for now, and how to have a different experience with those, a more relaxed experience with those. And each and every time that you take a drink of water or experience water in any way, you find yourself becoming calm, peaceful, and relaxed. And there are two functions of relaxation. There's a relaxed, alert, focused relaxation, where you're working, where you're driving, where you're with your family, where you're engaging. And there's deep, profound relaxation, where you're taking a nap, you're doing a meditation session, where you're going to sleep, where you're able to do that deep, profound relaxation. And each and every time you take that drink of water or experience water in any way, you find that you're going to that appropriate function, whether it's profound, deep relaxation or whether it's alert, focused relaxation. That you are able to go to whichever area of relaxation that is needed for you. Experiencing water is drinking water, water in container, water bottle, glass, a pitcher, water from a tap, a tub, sprinkler, a hose, water in the form of rain or snow, water in the form of puddles, ocean, creek, stream, any water and anywhere, water in a gutter. Anytime that you experience water in any way, you find yourself becoming calm, peaceful, and relaxed, and going to whichever function is appropriate for you, relaxed, alert, relaxation, or the deep, profound relaxation, focused, alert relaxation, or deep, profound relaxation. And you find yourself up to handling more. And you find yourself becoming aware of what is your story and changing your story to have it be energy add, changing your story to have it be resilient, changing your story that you feel good about yourself and you feel good about your life. And when you're ready, just go ahead and take a deep breath and then allow yourself to come all the way up, knowing that you can come back to this place anytime you choose. Anytime you choose, this peaceful place is waiting for you. You can come back to it anytime and feel that sense of peace flow through you. So go ahead and allow yourself to come all the way up, feeling good about yourself, feeling good about your life, understanding that you are the chooser. You are the one in charge. You are the one that needs to make the changes in your life. And if you could use some extra help, I'd love to help you. And I want to say good blessings to your life, that you create what you want for you and that you make the changes that are right for you. And that is the end. Thank you for participating with me.
Well, we want to thank Dorie for giving us some great information on stress management and stress relief. And I did that last little thing and I feel very, very relaxed right now.
Do we have any questions or comments that people want to?
Yeah, if anybody, we have 2 people in here. So if you have a question or a comment, feel free to unmute yourself and go ahead and ask Dorie and just ask her any questions that you'd like.
And that's okay.
Casey,
Dorie,
great.
I just wanted to say thank you for the lessons. It's always a good reminder, and sometimes we get so busy in our day-to-day we forget to take that step back. So I appreciate you taking the time to reinvigorate and retune us into the most important things that we often forget and overlook.
You're very welcome. Thanks for attending. Thanks for participating.
we have any other questions, or we can? Okay. I think
Nope,
that's
looks
all.
like Gary popped off.
Oh, he
Yeah.
dropped off. Okay. Well, I know him. He can call me. He can call me.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Casey. And I know we had somebody else on for part of it. Maybe they probably had a meeting they had to pop to. But we'll have this recording available for people to be able to watch and come back to.
And if you'd like to contact me, you can go to my website, www.schoolofcreationutah.com, and you can, my phone number, my email, you can contact me through there if you'd like to do that.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks everybody, and we'll go ahead and stop recording.